Thank you. Well, thanks for coming. My name is Cesar Millan, and I'm here to share a little bit of my knowledge, which your dogs are going to be very proud of you after you leave. So what is dog psychology? As we know, everybody has his own psychology. Giraffes have their psychology. Elephants have their psychology. We have our own psychology. A lot of times we think dogs have human psychology, and this is where we make our mistake, because we humanize them. If we understand their psychology, even if we don't like dogs, we can control them by understanding their psychology, because we're going to know how to relate to them. And dogs are very simple. Animals are very simple. We make it complicated for them by not understanding who they are and what they need and their language and how they create the behavior. They don't live in the future and they don't live in the past. We are the only species that lives in the past or the future. Yeah, this is why they develop issues, because or we live in the future or we live in the past. We're not living in the moment. Dogs and any other species live in the moment. You see? And some humans, when they have a dramatic thing in their life, they're going to now live in the moment. So meaning those humans who almost die. From that point on, the water is beautiful, the food is beautiful, you know, the wife is beautiful, everything is beautiful. He's living in the moment. You see it? So one thing that I have learned from dogs is to live in the moment. So if somebody brings me a dog that just attacked a human, I don't see him as that. I see him as a dog who needs some type of help. But I don't see him as what he did yesterday, because he didn't premeditate that. This doesn't mean dogs are less than human or more than human. What I want to bring today is awareness. They're just different species. And if we don't fulfill them as a species, they're not going to be happy. They're not going to have a balanced, centered life. Here's what I want you to learn about dogs. Dogs as animals, dogs as a species, dogs as breed, dogs as personality, and my fulfillment formula. First, let's look at dogs as animals. Energy is beingness. Who and what you are being at every moment. It's extremely important to understand that when you meet a dog for the first time, you must learn to share calm, assertive energy. So if you don't understand what a calm, assertive energy looks like, you can watch Oprah. She is calm, assertive, right? So let's see dogs in their natural habitat without the human. So it's the mom, then the puppies. Now those puppies have to find a place within the pack. So that becomes their status. But they don't have a name like we do. Now the pack leader, the mother or the male, is always going to project this calm, assertive way of being. They don't project nervousness, they don't project panic, they don't project tension. What they project is this calm, assertive energy. And this is one thing that is very common among all animals. Everybody in the animal kingdom follow calm, assertive energy. So regardless if it's a male or a female, it's the same energy. And the only time they get to meet emotional energy is when they come and live with us. We're the only species that follow unstable pack leaders around the world. I'm sorry, human. This is why they develop issues when they live with us. We have a different agenda for them. When they're puppies, we want to make them our babies. And so this becomes a journey for the human. And the human is beginning to fulfill himself from day one and forgetting about what is important to them. This is the beginning of us giving control to them. Even if a 2-month-old, a 3-month-old, they know who you are as energy. Who you are is energy and activities. They don't know you as your name. They don't know you as your race. They don't know you what you have achieved in life. So if you're president of the United States, they don't know. What they know is the energy you share on a daily basis and the activities you do with them. Because they don't follow emotional leader. They don't follow lovable leader. They follow calm, assertive leader. See, the mother is calm, assertive when she's giving birth. See, so that's the first energy they experience. So you have to share calm, assertive energy before you share love. Love is a gift. We're going to be the only pack leader that loves them. Their pack leader will now create birthday parties for them. See, we're the only pack leader that show that kind of love. Their pack leader will not reward behavior. He will not turn around and say, guys, thanks for following me 10 miles. Or the mother will not say, you know, kids, you behaved so well today, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese. Dogs that live in America, they have shelter, food, and love. And those are the guys that become unstable because they're not working for food and water. Simple as that. So a dog needs to be told what to do every single day. Leadership is forever. Love is forever. But a lot of times we get a little lazy and we just do love, no leadership. Once you share that energy and then the mind goes into a calm submissive state, then you share affection. Then you share your love. Then you share your excitement. Make sure you provide or you create calm submission first. So we need to understand the energy is something that we have to consider before we adopt a dog, before we take a dog to us, because this is who are we going to deal with. We're going to be dealing with energy, then behaviors. So if you can overpower with your energy alone, and then they develop unwanted behavior. See it? Pack leader is energy. Pack leader is no sex. It doesn't matter if it's a male or a female. If the female is strong, she rules. Whoever owns 2 to 3 dogs, sometimes they own a very tough female. Right? So it's not the sex, or it's not the male-female gender, as she is a dominant one. And she is going to tell everybody. It can be 2 males following her. She doesn't see herself, I'm a female, so you are supposed to follow you. No, I'm the dominant one, you guys follow me. So understanding calm assertive energy and projecting calm assertive energy is going to be the key of having a connection with our dogs, regardless of the breed.
Now, let's focus on dogs as a species.
I love to remind everybody about animal, dog. If you master this, you're going to have the connection that you're always dreamed to have, or you knew you're supposed to have that kind of connection, but because we come in this way, we're not going to connect the way they connect with each other. So we're going against Mother Nature. One of the things I learned growing up on a farm is never to work against Mother Nature. In our relationship, we have to understand that we have to fulfill each other's need. Me as man and you as woman. In this case, we're same species, different psychology. Different psychology, the same species, different psychology. In the dog world, male or female is the same psychology. They both follow dominant type. In the human world, female is emotional first. In the male world, we're more psychological about things. And this is the battle that we always have. This is why we have to read some books about women's psychology and men's psychology. See it? Otherwise, we're not going to be able to communicate and have a balanced relationship.